Exactly. We are using the premise of nations. Yes. We are using the premise of ethnicity. We are talking of my authority, my rights, my culture, your culture, that culture. In the future, we are all parts of one planet. This is called the planetization of mankind. If we are talking about it, we are not talking of China, because the benefit of the whole will benefit the few. But the benefit of the few will not benefit the whole. So we need to transform. One of the reasons why I'm talking is that the role of the individual, we have to think differently. We are not Chinese, we are not Indians, we are not Americans, we are humans on this planet. This transition is going to take some time, my dear. And this is what the function of the House is, to do this gradually, so that in the future, it will no longer matter that you're speaking of China or you're speaking of Vanuatu, because someone is going, because the House of Justice is not mandated by the people who elect them. They are guided by the decision of the House of Justice. They do not make errors. If we can understand that principle of the covenant, that the House of Justice cannot make an error as long as they consult whatever their composition. However, national special assemblies and local assemblies, secondary houses of justice are not guaranteed that. So therefore, the criteria for their election is much more stricter. But the House of Justice, their mandate is not determined by who elects them. Their decision on voting is not determined by who elects them. When they come to consultation and they have the information, they receive direct guidance and they are freed from error. If we can understand that principle, there should be no doubt that one agency, one group of people will supersede and control the members of the House of Justice. The assumption that members of the House of Justice will be controlled by their mandate requires us to rethink the understanding of the infallibility of the House of Justice. That's the point that I'm making. So it doesn't matter what proportional representation is there. The question is, as I mentioned in the right, there are two tasks that an international convention has: to give policy recommendations and to elect the members. Not to conflate the two so that the personalities associated with politics and with policies and with nationalities and ethnicities succumb to dominate so that the election is effective. Because the House of Justice is freed from all error. This is why, as you were saying, the uniqueness of the administrative order of Baha'u'llah. But at the local and national level, we still have a lot of growing to do, which is why the Guardian gave those guidelines for diversity and etc. Right. So that's, doesn't matter how many people are there and how many of them come from which ethnic background. They are all humans, they all belong to this planet, and they're all the children of God.